All big YouTubers have a formula that they stick to, which is how and why they're so big and why they're so successful. A lot of YouTubers just stick with a very generic and simple formula, and they do that because that formula just works within YouTube's system. Take the style of video that Moist Critical does. Now, this isn't to diss his videos because I think they're quite entertaining. However, you'll find that the genre of videos that Moist does is very common, which is just covering internet drama and or big news within contemporary culture, such as movies, TV shows, or just general drama in general, I guess. In other words, he's not really CNN, but he just covers things that have been going on the internet with his own unique commentary and humor.
Hey guys, it's Charlie. Today we're going to be talking about possibly the biggest stinker since Two Girls One Cup. So if you don't know, Twitter has just exploded once again. And the fallout is possibly bigger than Hiroshima and the shit I took last night.
Now, Critical is a very well-respected creator since he's been around for such a long time, and also because of his humor, and everyone knows about his style. However, his style of video, which is commentary internet news, has spread to other creators, and one of the biggest examples I could think of is Mutahar from Some Ordinary Gamers, who covers generally the same things Critical would cover with more of a emphasis on gaming and tech-related news. There are other people who put their own kind of spin on things. My personal favorite is Omni, who covers news in a very chilled-out way. He has a very calming and mellow personality, and I think it really complements his nearly 40-minute news videos he puts out, which is a good thing to watch while you're just doing something else, or it's just a good thing to watch and get tuned out to. I recommend his channel. Now, with all that being said, the reason this style of content is so popular in the first place is because it does well within the YouTube algorithm.
We've been looking around the exhibition, we've come across this, and it's
the YouTube algorithm.
I am AI, Sarah AI, younger and beautiful.
Because one, it talks about a trending topic or drama, and two, the videos are pretty medium sized and they get a decent amount of watch time and they're able to keep the viewer's attention. So therefore, YouTube is going to recommend it to get more ad revenue, since watch time and viewer attention are the two most important metrics to see if a video is doing well. Also, third, this content is very easy to make and it gets pumped out daily. Like Moist Critical posts 1 to 2 to and sometimes even 3 videos in a single day. So yeah, that is just one popular genre that many YouTubers use, and it's one of the key strategies to becoming big on YouTube. But what about the other hidden styles of doing content and the hidden strategies of being a YouTuber?
And yes, before anyone comments about how my voice sounds, don't worry, this is how it always sounds. This is the real Moist Critical and not an icon of him. The real Moist Critical, which is me, is safe and is totally not being kept hostage in a dungeon where he is being forced to watch She-Hulk on loop. Don't worry, everything is fine.
Okay, so another style of content, and to be honest, I don't even really know if I can count this as one single style of content per se, because there's so many variations upon this simple idea. But this style is the comedic video game analysis, which sounds like a pretty niche genre, but tons of big YouTubers fill this gap, such as Scott the Woz, the Actman, and Donkey. Now the thing is that I don't really feel comfortable as listing all these creators under the same umbrella, because even though they're technically within the same genre and they do the same kind of style of content, their ways of executing their humor and video making skills is very different from one another. Scott the Woz's humor is based on gags and recalls. For example, in his We Play video, he reads the back of the We Play label and repeats the same punchline in the 3 written languages on the back of the box throughout the video. I know when I'm explaining jokes, it doesn't really sound that funny, but when you watch the video, it's funny. Anyway, this is an implementation of the comedic rules of threes. Now, this is a common tactic employed in comedy that states one must use the same joke or variation of a joke 3 times in succession to create the aura of surprise to the audience, which in turn is comedic since it's recalling a previously established joke. But it's also still done in a way that's surprising to the viewer. Donkey, meanwhile, is just based on dry absurdism. Just watch any of his videos and you'll know what I mean. And the Actman, which I don't really know his humor, I don't really watch his content that much, I'm gonna keep it real, but I'm just gonna use him as an example because I know he's a big YouTuber. Anyway, what this shows is that even within a genre, there is no one way to do a certain style of content because there are just so many different approaches and they're all relatively successful within their own genre. It just depends on what kind of style of humor slash game analysis you like. Also, while we're on this topic, I couldn't not mention JonTron. He was kind of an early pioneer in this genre. However, it is important to note that later on in his game reviewing career, he definitely strayed away from the analysis part of this genre, as generally the thing these creators have in common is that alongside doing comedy, they also do analysis and review the games. But yeah, I think this kind of content works because a lot of people like gaming content and a lot of people want to learn and think about games, which is a weird way of putting it, but it is true. And a lot of people also just want to have fun. So I think it's a combination of these factors, along with the fact they were able to grow a cult-like fan base, which led them to massive growth and success within the genre. So yeah, that's what I dubbed the comedic game analysis genre. Anyway, moving on to the next genre slash strategy slash secret formula that YouTubers use. Now, this last genre is a pretty unique one, and technically my style content would be technically considered within this genre. Now, I don't really know how to describe or name this style, so let me just tell you what it's supposed to be, I guess. Commentaries on life.
What the hell?
Basically, this style of content is just talking about anything really, from things in entertainment or ordinary things in our day-to-day lives, while putting the narrator's own takes and humor into things. This can be anything from school cafeteria food to separating art from the artist. Now, this style of content is relatively niche when compared to the others I talked about. However, I noticed that this style of content has gained somewhat popularity within the last year or so, and a lot of my viewers probably don't even know about the existence of this genre in the first place.
What?
Because in the grand scheme of things, it is relatively niche. Now, these are some creators within the space. The biggest one is this guy, and he actually has a very consistent upload schedule, unlike me. But you can see that the videos are long, and also I presume that these videos get a lot of watch time since they have so many views, meaning YouTube likes to push them out to a bunch of random people. And also since they have so much engagement as well. But I didn't really know what I wanted to say about these guys, but the point is that YouTube is a big and wild place, so therefore there are many different strategies and formulas and techniques to become successful on YouTube with many kinds of different genres, because you will always appeal to an audience. As long as you appease the YouTube algorithm and make what you want, then you're all set. So yeah, that's kind of the strategies and secret formulas of YouTubers and their successes, because even though on the surface it may seem simple, there's a lot more that goes into it than you would think. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because it really does help with the channel. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Alright, peace, see ya, goodbye.
Help me, this is a cry for help. If anyone is still watching this far into the video, please, I need help before Disney gets me. Boy. Fuck, it's begun, it's too late.
While I'm waiting for your fucking response, are you just not gonna say anything, dumbass?